In today's quick Thursday tip, we're going to talk about how to check to see if the date is the start of the month or the end of the month in Power Automate, aka Flow. So just a quick one for make those recurring flows, and just to help you guys understand a couple of the date functions as well. So should be fun, should be fast. But first, here's our intro. Hi, my name is Shane Young with Power Apps 911. Those guys. And today, we're going to talk about end of the month and start of the month and some just different flow expressions for working with dates. The reason for this is my buddy Mark had this come up the other day. He's like, hey, how do I get the end of the month? And Power Apps actually has a start of the month expression. So we're like, wait a minute. And, it was one of those things that just kind of snapped off the top of my head. Like, that was kind of fun. So I thought you guys would like to see it. Gives us a chance to talk about a couple of business scenarios, just overall some good learning. So let's jump over there. If you don't need to know how to do this, I think there's a couple things you'll learn. So let's have some fun. All right, so let's just start with a new flow, right? There's no reason to show you the working version of this because we're just going to write it. So let's do a new flow. And for the start here, we'll do a scheduled one, right? Because this was Mark's actual scenario. He's like, hey, every morning I want to wake up. I want to check to see if today is the last day of the month. If it is, I want to do a bunch of other stuff. If it's not the last day of the month, then I don't want to do anything. So for that is absolutely a scheduled flow over here in Power Automate. The other thing I would remind you though, if you just want to play, and so when I had to just play to solve this for Mark, I made an instant flow. That's usually where I like to play, but since his scenario had this, let's do this. So scheduled flow, and we'll just call this EOM, right, end of month, video, yeah, good enough. So then when do I want to run this flow? And I probably want to repeat once a day. This is very typical of flows we write, is to just wake up every day and check for something. And if there's nothing to do, then just don't do anything. But this is how we often think about recurrence type of events. Up here is the starting time. So if you want to have it start at a specific time, it is currently 8:30 here. So probably, 10 o'clock sounds great. So if we say create, I want to talk about what this does. So we chose 10. So if we go in here, you can still edit this. And remember, we always talk about let Power Apps or Power Automate do something for you, then see how they did it to get some ideas. So we'll say show my advanced options. And here you can see what they set up was an interval of once a day. They didn't bother with the time zone. They just went with the start time. But this is a UTC start time. So that's why even though I chose 10 o'clock, right, it's set to 1500, which is 3 o'clock, which is 5 hours ahead, because 10 a.m. Eastern, right, I'm in Eastern time zone, is 3 o'clock UTC. So I've got a whole video on UTC stuff if that melts your brain, but in this case, hopefully it doesn't. Just kind of keep in mind you can play with this, but that's not the point of the video, so moving on. All right, so the first thing I want to do in this flow, this is how we would go, is I'm going to use my good friend Compose. Just like I love labels in Power Apps, I love Compose inside of Power Automate. And what we're going to do here is we're going to write our first function, or expression. I forget they call them expressions. Oh, whatever. So we're going to go over here to the right, and we're going to say expression. And if you scroll down, you're going to find that they have a bunch of date and time functions. And if we say see more, they actually have one for start of the month, right? So what this will do is you give it a date, and it tells you the first day of that particular month. And so that's kind of what we want, but we want the last day, not the first day, right? So what we're going to do here, so I'm going to throw this up here. So give me the start of the month. And for right now, this is a flow that runs every day. So I just wanted to check today. So then we're going to use the UtcNow function as the date we pass it. So if we do this, this should return, right, today's February 18th. So this will return February 1. Make sense? Makes sense. So that would get us February 1. Okay. But that's the start of the month. We want the end of the month. So what I've been trying to do is, there's probably 7 ways to solve this, honestly, but the way that I came up with first was I wanted to do it this way. So I'm going to go to another compose. And for this compose, we're going to do a very similar formula. So let's do we'll just type it this time, start a month. And but what we want to do is I want to see tomorrow. This is how I decided to solve it. So I said, hey, if whatever today's date is, I want to go tomorrow's date. And so if tomorrow's date's start of the month is different than today's start of the month, then I know this was the end of the month, right? Because on February 18th, which it is today, the start of the month for that is February. Today plus 1 is February 19th. Start of the month is February. So that tells me that today, February 18th, is not the start of the month. But on February 28th, right, if we're on February 28th, and we get the start of the month, that'd be February. And February 28th plus 1 day is March 1st. Start of the month for that is March. They wouldn't be equal. I would know that today, February 28th, was the last day of the month. So that was my twisted logic on how to solve this. So to do that programmatically, what I did was I said, all right, well, I need to take start of month. I need to use the AddDays function, which allows me to add a day to a date. What day do I want? Oh, Flo, you and your silly tool. What day do I want to add a month to? I want to add it to UtcNow, right? So that's right there. And I want to add 1 day. That's it, right? So that gives me today's start of the month and tomorrow's start of the month. Now, one of the things you can also do here is rename these to make your life easier. So I went up here, I said rename, and I said start of month today. And then I went and renamed this one to start of month tomorrow. Boom, right? Because you want to just slight little bit of documentation, make sure flow's easier to read in 6 months when you're trying to figure out what you did. And so then finally, we threw in a condition here. So we said condition. And what did we do? We said if start of month today is equal to, put the cursor right here, start of month tomorrow. So if those two are equal, then that means it is not the end of the month. So over here in the yes column, I threw a compose. Actually, I didn't throw a compose, but I'm going to throw a compose for you guys and just say not, I can't spell not, oh my goodness, not the end of month, right? So not the end of the month. And then we go over here and let's add an action over here. And I would just say, compose again, is the last day of the month. Last day, typing is hard, of the month. There you go. So that should work. So if we run this now, we'll say save, and then we'll do a test, manually trigger it, test the flow. Run the flow, done, runs almost instantly. And if we go to the condition, we'll see that the output was true, which is today is not the end of the month. And that's true. February 18th is not the end of the month. If you go back up here, you can see the output. So start of month for today was February 1st. Start of the month for tomorrow was February 1st. So that's why they equaled, right? So in this case, we don't have to do anything. Now, if you wanted to test it, like, Shane, are you sure you got this right? That's a fair question. I didn't know to screw up. What you could do is you could go cheat over here. And so I know that 11 days from today would be March 1st, right? So let's just add 11 days to the date and say update, and then do test and test and test and test. And so this should say today is the end of the month, right? Which it's not, but it's, what we're doing to fake the data. There's other ways to fake this data. I should probably do a video on that, but that's a different story. Boom, look at that. Condition is false. Compose. It's not the last day of the month. And the reason, right? February 1st and then March 1st. So that's how we do it. Now, if you're thinking about, well, Shane, this makes no sense, right? Oh, I get that. I didn't go all the way, but so in Mark's flow, in this no column, this is where we put all of his SQL processing logic, right? All the things he wanted to happen on the last day of the month, all is over here in this column, and there's literally nothing in the yes column for him because that was the business logic that he had. Now, the other thing I want to point out real quick, Sharon out on Twitter reminded me to tell you guys, this is pulling obviously against, UtcNow, so today's date, tomorrow's date. But think about UTC, especially if you're querying a data source to see if the date's the end of the month. You might have to use one of those time zone functions that we've talked about before to convert it to your current time zone, or at least factor in how UTC might affect it. So just keep that in mind. This works straight up because this was the scenario Mark wanted, but to Sharon's point, if you were using this instead of based on UTC today or UTC now, that you'd have to think a little bit harder about, hitting the time zones and not the time zones, the time zones, right? Make sure UTC wasn't messing with your head. But there you go. I thought this was a fun little quick tip, gave us a chance to look at some different functions, and it's quite practical because this is something a lot of you have to do. And remember, if you're just trying to do start a month, right? So if you try to find if today was the first day of the month, you would do the same thing. So is start of the month equal to today. That's how I would think about that, right? I'd say, is the start of month expression equal to just the UTC now expression, right? Are they the same? Yes, they are. Then I know that today would be the start of the month. If they're different, then I wouldn't. So if that's not enough info, leave me a comment below. We'll make a video just specifically on start of month, but I think that one's a lot easier to wrap your head around. All right, with that, I'll just remind all you guys that, I've got some upcoming training. I got a live class here in March 8th. We're going to do Dataverse for Teams. If you want to download this flow, you can go out to training.powerapps.com and powerapps911.com and sign up for the curated library. You can download the video, you can download the flow, all the apps I built, right? There's hundreds of videos out there at this point. So cool. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to say thanks and have a great day. Before you go, be sure to click on the subscribe button over here so that way you'll be notified when new videos come out. If you need any help or you want to work together, whether your problem is big or small, check us out at PowerApps911. We do it all. I rhymed. Or if you're looking for more formal training offerings, we have those linked up here somewhere. So check them out. Thanks and have a great day.